being afraid of something and having a phobia are two completely different things. And that's what I think we're talking about here, is that she has a phobia of dogs.
A legit phobia. So at the age of 4, she was bit by a dog, needed stitches, left a scar on her arm, and she's always had this fear ever since. Always dated guys who didn't have dogs. Now, fast forward, she's dating this guy who she really likes. However, his sister has a new golden retriever puppy, which she cannot take care of. I guess the responsibility was too much, and she's asked her brother if he would like to care for the puppy, and he wants to take the puppy in. However, he is considering doing this without consulting her. So in our texting tutor, we reached out to him to be like, hey, I know you're considering a big decision, and I know you haven't asked my opinion, but I would like to weigh in. I have this massive fear of dogs, and I can't, it's not something I can just overcome. And he's like, it's a puppy, it's a golden retriever, you'll be fine. And he wasn't really grasping the severity, but kudos to her. She was like, they had a compromise. She was going to meet the dog, right? She's going to meet the puppy. It was going to be in a public place, outdoors. She was going to come up with specific restrictions, and he promised he would follow those guidelines. That way she felt safe, and that she would, and then we didn't want her to put herself in a compromising position, but hopefully then he would be able to witness with his own eyes how debilitating this fear and phobia of this dog actually is, and that he's going to have to either choose her or the dog because she wasn't going to be able to overcome it.
We told her to show up to meet this 8-pound puppy in all this protective gear as though it was going to attack her.
The attack suit.
The attack suit, right? Do you guys have a legitimate phobia, not a fear, but a real phobia of anything? A debilitating phobia?
Nah.
It's the dentist.
Really?
Yeah. And if I have to get any major work done, like I went to the dentist a while back and I had got my appointments confused and didn't realize they were going to be filling a cavity. So they were having to put those giant Novocaine shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laying there and I just, tears start streaming down my face. And the dentist is freaking out about it. And as a child, I had a traumatic experience, and the nurses held me down as the doctor cut my gums. It was like a whole thing.
Damn.
So anytime I go to the dentist, by the time I leave, my back is just drenched in sweat.
So you legitimately on the way there are freaked out while you're there, freaked out when you're gone.
Yeah, and it's like, really?
Oh, wow.
Really?
No,
Tommy.
it's not funny.
He's still
It's
going.
awful.
It actually makes my teeth hurt
Awful
hearing that.
sound. Why would you do that?
I mean, I don't enjoy doing it. I know it's important. So I do it and I get over it. So it's something that I've learned to overcome and just deal.
Mm-hmm. All right, Davi. So she went to go meet the puppy this weekend. What's our email?
Well, the meeting of the dog kind of happened, but not the way it was supposed to. After you guys helped me text him and come to the agreement that I'd meet the dog and we'd see how it went before you decided to take it, he and I spoke that night. I told him very clearly that I needed the dog to be on a leash and to also be in a space where I could quickly get out if I felt scared. I also wanted him to promise not to leave my side and not to pressure me to get any closer than I felt comfortable with. He agreed to all of it and said that he'd let me take the lead. He told me to come over to his place at noon on Saturday. I was under the impression that I'd get there, and then we'd drive to his sister's house to meet the puppy. Well, when I got to his place, and I walked in, all of a sudden, this puppy came running out of nowhere and was jumping up on me. I freaked out. I ran out. I ran into my car. I was shaking. After the adrenaline wore off, I was so angry. He started calling me and texting my phone. I answered, so angry. I thought I couldn't even talk. Apparently, he already agreed to keep the dog. He felt like it was better to, quote, just rip the Band-Aid off. It caused a huge fight, and I ended up breaking things off with him. I just can't be with someone who disrespects an agreement we made about something so important. I certainly don't think I could ever trust him anymore. Logically, I know the dog likely won't hurt me, but I can't just stop being scared. But now the issue is bigger than the dog. It's about trust and respect. And we have neither. Wendy.
Yeah, he done messed up.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
That was stupid.
And I'm sure in his head, because he can't grasp the severity of the phobia, and he sees this cute little golden retriever puppy, And so for him to put her through that and do that, he deserves to get kicked to the curb.
He's thinking, oh, this is stupid. She's just a little scared. I'll bring the dog in and they'll be fine. And he didn't understand it's a real phobia. Lily, good morning. You have a phobia.
Yes, I do. A trypophobia.
What's that one?
It's the fear of holes.
Yeah.
Like lots of like pimples or like just holes, popping pimples. I can't see that. Or like holes, or when you go to the dentist and they open your mouth and all the teeth with the holes and stuff. I just can't. It's like I get goosebumps. I want to like throw up.
Like a sea sponge at the aquarium, or a regular sponge, or a waffle. Doesn't one of the Jenners have that?
Oh, I have no idea.
They do. They're like afraid of too many holes. That movie Holes, forget about it.
Right?
Shia LaBeouf, no.
I got none, except maybe like alimony.
That'll do it.
You go through that once. That's a real legit phobia.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
The Bert Show.